Greetings from CD Broadcasting, where we play all day, but we talk about those things we need to know. We need to know that, as usual, this is a live show. On today's show, in the Space Kadetz, one of the hottest rap groups in Memphis, also on Father's Day. What a better time to bring these gentlemen who are not only rap artists, but also fathers out here doing it with their children the way it should be done. I'm proud to see it because they're also my cousins. So we'll be having on today's show the Space Kadetz. I believe we're going to have their manager coming on as well, just making sure he did the mic check on my end, looking for those guests to come on board now. Great, got everybody lined up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another one of our live broadcasts. If you'd like to be on our show, you can definitely visit our website at cdbroadcasting.com. You can also email us at cdbroadcasting@gmail.com. Our guest should be here shortly. Take a look at what's happening on those dings. Oh, shiny head and all. I continue traveling the country doing different sales, working with different businesses, different events. Want to give a shout out to Dejanay Designs, who will be putting on the Winter Browns Festival in Memphis, Tennessee, January 2024. She's still looking for designers to join on to be at the Renaissance Convention Center, where she has vendors coming, also customers coming for all of these people to see different designers from all over. Definitely featuring some of Memphis' best designers going to be at the Winter Browns Fest. Looking for our guests, though, to come in, the Space Kadetz. I know they were checking on the stream, and I didn't give that contact to my assistant. Should have did that before the show, but here we are. I will say the Space Kadetz have been doing the music here in Memphis and around the country for a while. We'll get how long they've been doing it when they get on. I know if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in there, and we'll be answering those questions live today about the Space Kadetz on our show. Making sure I open the doors. All righty, mic check 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're good. That's what I like to see. Yes, all of the shows are done live. I do some recordings, but I found out live has some of the best response because we get to talk to the general public and we get to see our audience and how they respond to what we're putting out there. Because if it wasn't for you guys taking a look at it, we'd just be running our mouths, which is sometimes what I find myself doing. I appreciate all the guests who've been on the show this year. Shout out to the Spiritual Gangster. I know you're still doing your thing. I know Gwen Dream, G Money is doing boot camp this evening. So you guys, if you didn't get in on the boot camp for the month of June, she will be doing another boot camp for the month of July for those who like to learn how to get into real estate. So definitely we cover everything here on CD Broadcasting, from education, information, entertainment, about what we need to know. Because here at CD Broadcasting, we definitely play all day, but we talk about those things we need to know. We need to know we're looking for you to get on our show. We're looking for other people to feature across the world. Doesn't matter where you're at, we're able to connect with you guys anywhere in the world, and that's what we're here to do, is connect us to those people who need to know about us. So still looking for the guests to get in there. What didn't we get? All around destinations, everything's good. All right, so they obviously went to the wrong stream. Waiting on them to get on the right stream here. Once again, live technical difficulties. Be right with you guys. Wonder if there's a pause in this live. It would be nice to be able to have a pause in the live, but it ain't happening. Let's go there, spotlight layout, and we'll stay in there. For the Space Kadetz, I have 3 members that actually rap with each other, and they're all brothers, which is a great thing to see. Brothers coming together, literally brothers of the same mother, of the same father, of coming together and actually being able to do music together successfully. And that's why I definitely wanted to put them on for Father's Day, to show the unity between family being real blood and showing how we can work together. These guys have done shows all over the country, whether it's 2 or all 3 of them. They've gotten done together and done collaborations with other family members, other rap artists, also across the United States. Shout out to Rambo Lee out there in California doing it. think he went to Georgia recently. Shout out to KG and her group getting on. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to doing some more working with you guys. Also, shout out to Gwen Green once again for being my financial coach. Definitely appreciate the help you've been doing. Shout out to my assistant, Lady Tam there, always staying in the comments and help me get these streams going. I'll tell you, I'm not the easiest person to work with sometimes because I am a perfectionist and I like things to go perfect. But when I found out in live, there's going to be some things that happen. And I got to say some of all the time, there are different things that happen. But we worked through all of them. And this is our 6-year anniversary. Have to mention that for CD Broadcasting, this is our 6th year. The 6th month is our anniversary. We started in June of 2017, and here we are, June of 2023, still bringing you those things we need to know. We've developed different ways to do the broadcast. We've brought it to you from everything from using YouTube to Zoom to Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn, and now we're using StreamYard. Shout out for the StreamYard platform that's made it so we've been able to go through several different platforms all at once. And at this opportunity, we want to bring to you the Space Kadetz, where we have that opportunity to stream this to whatever platform you're looking at it. It should be coming on 4 of them now. So that's our progress. We definitely done everything from shirts to sweatshirts to banners. Still looking for someone to reprint me some embroidered shirts. I want to have embroidery done on our next shirts. I thought it was going to be for the T-shirts. It might be for the sweatshirts. But the weather here in Memphis, you never know. It stays summer most of the year. So we stay in T-shirts here. I've done them in polos. I've also invested in being at different shows. And I've been requested to speak at different events. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Dr. Barry Hamilton, who did the Juneteenth event at the Southland Mall just yesterday. Thank you for using CD Broadcasting to be one of the people who promoted that. And I appreciate everyone who's looked at being promoted by our business for your business. And if you'd like to be one of those businesses, definitely you can visit our website and send us a line, or you can email us at cdbroadcasting@gmail.com. I know artists like to make their own little guest appearance and sometimes come in a little late. So I'm looking for them being on here. They know we were on at 6. So looking for them now. They just get speaking with their manager right before the show. So he wasn't sure which stream. Hopefully we got that together, but it doesn't look like it yet. I'm going to give you, I don't want to give his phone number right here on the show, but I want to give my assistant a chance to give them a call, make sure we get them in here. So you might have to come closer, come to the studio room instead of from the other room so we can make sure we get them a phone call. We want to get them on here. Don't want anyone to wait any longer. We waited for a very long time to get these guys on there. I got to say that I've been wanting to get the Space Kadetz on since we had them at the show for the birthday awards dinner. They also were at the brunch, but they didn't get a chance to get on the camera with us. Now we have a chance to actually interview these guys. We're going to get them going as soon as we get them in the guest room waiting. And don't see them in the guest room. I do think my room is open. It is. I keep checking on my end, making sure my mic and camera are going okay. And I wonder how the lighting is going. But I know this reflects. So I like not wear these, but I want to see comments. I'm going to have to get the LASIK surgery or the contacts so I can see comments without the reflection coming, especially with the lights that go in the studio. Looking for the Space Kadetz joining us today. 679-7989. No way to do it other than that. I was trying to pull it up on here and see if I could show, but once I'm in this, I'm in this. So when we say live, live. One light out too, so. But let's give them a call on the show, let them know. Nothing wrong with that. Number dial. Gets a little brighter. 3, 2, 1, there it is. That's been light and keep in. All right, I like this one, it does balancing. Great cameras. I move this way. All right. I can't tell how many numbers are joining us on different platforms for this one, but wherever you're watching us at, I appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching it live, thank you for joining us live. If you're watching in the replay, put in the comments, #replay. But let us know you're out there. Do something so we know you're out there. Give us some comments, thumbs up. On the Facebook platform, you're even allowed to give us stars. Yes, you can give us stars on there, but we're going to See if my memory's good enough for this. Calling the manager there, I believe. Yep, right guy. So he must be trying to get on. Got to be trying to get on. He probably doesn't know that number either. A lot of people don't like to answer numbers you don't know. I'm going to answer the phone. So if you call my direct line, even the 900 number, I'm going to answer directly. Even the ones that say scam likely, I've learned that some people are actual calling from businesses and they come up with scam likely. I wonder if my number comes up like that when I call some people. Hopefully not, but I think it might. And if nothing else, you would see 900 and then wonder what's really going on. Who calling me from 900? That you might not want to answer. But this is my shout out guest public service announcement. If you don't want to talk to them after you find out who it is, it's real easy to hang up. Doesn't take you more than 30 seconds, but you never know who's calling you. I'll tell you that. The lines come up and people didn't know it, and if they didn't take a chance and answer, they wouldn't have had the opportunity given to them to be on our platform. They wouldn't have had the opportunity to be interviewed by the owner of CD Broadcasting, who I also got to say that I've now hit a status that a lot of people say that doesn't happen. They say that most businesses fail or at least are in the red for the first 2 to 3 years. And after that, they still go under after 5 years. Well, we're 6 years strong because I was given this to put out there for our people to know about the things we need to know and talk about our businesses, our events, and our artists, and the way I was given to do, and the way the business management I've learned. We've continued to run this business for 6 years this month. Even though we've had bumps, I'll say that, but what business doesn't have bumps where we might put money behind some things that might not have come out as well, but we were able to recoup and continue with our business going. In addition to that, we've had broadcasts, and I didn't want to talk about who was coming on because I wasn't sure if they were going to make it. And now we've been talking about it, putting announcements out, and here we are waiting on it. But with this one, I knew I could not be late. We could not let it just go on time or whenever I wanted it. So when they talk about business owners, you're just sitting on a yacht and money going in the bank, it's not exactly like that. There is money going to be banked, but you're going to be working for it, especially for the first few years. As we grow, we are looking for having someone in the studio to help us with our videography. So we're looking for, I said, intern or someone who wants to experience. We are a worldwide platform here at CD Broadcasting. We're able to be seen all over the world, and we've been seen in 17 different countries. So wherever you're watching it from, nothing wrong with putting replay from whatever part of the country you're in. If you're in America, put your city, your state, whichever one. If you're outside of America, put your country, represent where you're from. Put that in the comments, and we love to see where you guys are watching from. I get to see the stats after. Actually, I see them at least once a week, if not once a month, that I get to see where we've hit in other parts of the world. So shout out to being out there in Africa. Shout out to being in the Philippines. Shout out to being in China. Shout out to being in the United Kingdom, Canada. And those are just the ones I know big that came across for the month of May. So thank you guys for tuning in from all over the world. And if you'd like to join our broadcast, be interviewed on our show, you can definitely visit our website for pricing or information. You can also email us at cdbroadcasting@gmail.com. With that one right in my mouth, the spots are allowed for features to come in. If you'd like to just have your business mentioned on one of our broadcasts, we can definitely do that for you. If you'd like to have full social media promotion, we make that affordable for any business in America to be able to get on and be promoted until people know about you. And that's what we do here at CD Broadcasting. We talk about what we need to know. We need to know that we continue pushing, especially during the summer. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. And I continue to want to find businesses that people don't know about, because that's how I first started. I said that I would make sure to talk about those things that are not in the normal mainstream news. So I said, talk about what it is your business does. I said, we put on what everybody else doesn't. And the first thing people talked about that meant was X-ray. I'm like, no, there's platforms for that. If you're a big star in the X-rated Real Triple X, they have platforms for you. If you're just an aspiring artist who's getting in there and you're booming and not very many people know about you, you're not normally getting put on the channels on television. You're not normally put on the radio. You're not even being interviewed normally on the big platforms, because most podcasts, they want their guests to be someone who brings them a big following. Well, I allow those smaller guys to get a chance to have more exposure to bigger groups because of what we do. We are part of over 100 different networking groups. We have a reach of over 1 million people that we can get it to. The key is, where are you? The only reason people are not booking you or they're not shopping with you as much as you like, or a little bit more even, is because more people don't know about you. So I tell people that when it comes to our platform, we're not the ones who are getting you known. We're the ones adding to the people getting to you know. Someone said I can't say help because it's not free. I do say it's a help, but the help does cost a fee. So with that, it's affordable though for anybody to get on, to get more people to know about your business, your event, your upcoming shows, your products, or whatever it is you got going on. Even if you got a platform where you have a podcast going, I've joined with other television groups, I've joined with other radio hosts, just to get more people to know about their television show, to know about their radio station. So here, the thing about ours is we don't have to say who we can't put on. We don't have to say who we want put on. We put on anybody we want to. Was that affecting sound? Okay, with that one, looking for the Space Kadetz to join us now. And running into time, going. I love it live normally. And all the great technical things are good as long as they're working and as long as people know how to work them. But if they don't know how to work them, don't know how to join, doesn't help. So definitely, if you need a tutorial on this, you can always go to YouTube and look up StreamYard. They'll give you a tutorial. But if you're coming on our show, we even give you the instructions on how to do it before you join the show. We make sure we send that to you, and we ask if you have any questions, but you definitely have to take the time to read them. That's one thing I found. They say, if you want to hide something from someone, put it in the book. So instead, I pulled the instructions out of the book, and I put it in their messenger and allow you then to still read it. I guess what I'm going to learn from this show is we're going to walk you through it. Not going to give you the chance just to read it. Sometimes you got to lead them to the water and dump the head in the water before they're going to get some of it in them. Can't give them a swallow, but it's going to still get in them. But I think I'm going to start walking people through just to make sure that they know how to join the broadcast. Because here at CD Broadcasting, we play all day, but we talk about those things we need to know. We need to know that we are waiting on the Space Kadetz to join in for their interview today on the show. Once again, going through live technical difficulties because I don't see them in the waiting room. And without that, I'm unable to bring them on the camera. Sure, doesn't mean that I haven't had to fill up air before. Talking about another promotion we're doing. If you are in the Clarksdale area, Clarksdale, Mississippi, we are doing the pictures at the Walmart. Feel free to stop by to sign up Monday through Sunday, anytime between 12 and 5. And you're able to sign up to have your family portraits done at the Walmart in Clarksdale, Mississippi. They're giving you 23 pictures for only $20. Make sure you sign up. Visit the Walmart Monday through Sunday, 12 to 5. You're able to sign up to have your families done the following weekend at the Walmart in Clarksdale, Mississippi. With that, another shout out to Delwan Coleman, who's putting on the Indie Films Workshop. They're in Memphis, Tennessee. That's going to be going on the end of June, June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. It's a 4-day workshop going on in Memphis, Tennessee, the Indie Film Workshop, where they're going to have artists perform. They're going to have film, plays, all kinds of different food going on. You're able to join it now. I've heard the tickets were $30, but the one who's putting it on, Delwan Coleman, decided he wanted to make it affordable, and he's going to make it so you're able to come to these events for $15. And then kids are free. I guess kids been 13 and under. I didn't check on the age, if that's 18 and under or 13 and under, but we're going to go with it being at least 13 and under. The kids are free to come to the Indie Film Workshop in Memphis, Tennessee, June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. It's a 4-day workshop going on in Memphis, Tennessee. Definitely look it up, Indie Film Workshop. Also, if you'd like to have more information on that, you can drop us a line at cdbroadcasting@gmail.com. like Charles Davis, cdbroadcasting@gmail.com if you're interested in the indie film workshop. If you'd like to get your film put up, if you have a movie you want to put on, you can definitely reach out to Delwan Coleman because he's offering that for other independent artists to help them on their film production. He's been doing movies in Memphis area for several years. He's an entrepreneur with several businesses going on. I guess that's time to say he's also the owner of Green Thumb, where they do grass work, they clip your yard for you. And that's Green Thumb, another one of his businesses. Looking for the Space Kadetz, not in that one. Okay, any other messages? Not for the people who we're looking for, of course. And if I wasn't looking for them, they'd be like, looking for me right now. Let's try calling it back, see what we get on that. Let's try texting them. This is Charles. Something, let them know we're out here waiting on them. Send them that link, maybe that'll help. Fun. Because he was like, do we gotta have a computer to join in the thing, or can we do the phone? I'm like, man, it's set up for open to either way, but your phone is fine. I made sure I upgraded our broadcast so that people could. I made sure the broadcast is set up to simplify it for all of our guests because some people are more tech savvy than others. So you're able to use a computer, you're able to use your phone, you're able to turn it sideways, you're able to go horizontal, you're able to join it in your house, join it in our studio, join it across seas. But if you're a guest, you got to be on the live, not the replay. And I wonder if he went to the Facebook platform instead of going to the link that we sent him. That is old school. We did have to have me go to the Facebook, but I found out some people don't have Facebook. Believe that. Unbelievable, believe it. Some people don't have Facebook. Some people don't have Instagram. Some people don't have LinkedIn. Some people have YouTube, don't even know how to use it or never used it, didn't know they were using it. In either case, we now are accessible from all of those platforms, and we stream to all 4 of those platforms live. So there's no editing this. I'm just checking. Yep, live, and nothing else I can do but continue streaming. Yeah. So I wouldn't know what happened when you talked to me 10 minutes before the show, and then you didn't get in. You text them, this was me, and also the link. Okie dokie. So obviously they're trying it from a different way. I wouldn't try and call it, but yeah. The good part is that I'm gonna definitely always be there for the show and speak about the groups or interviews or artists that we have or event that we have coming on, because that's what I do is I talk about those things we need to know, even if we have problems with getting you on the show. So I don't know what it could be at this point. I've had fun throughout the years, but this one's a new one. Once again, a live show. And here we are with our artist, a no-show. No response. Messages. Yes, I got. That's because this is MMS messaging.
Okay, how else do you think they're gonna get a text?
Messenger.
I don't know what whole thing. I'm not their friend, they're not gonna see that stuff. You have to end your broadcast to go through your messenger to do that. They're not my friend.
Oh. Well, the best you do is call them, see why you're not on here. We've been waiting on you guys to get on the show for a while. How you doing? You just touch that link and it should put you in the waiting room. The link has also been You'll walk them through there now? All righty then. Live on the show, we finally got the guest on the phone, and we'll be getting them here on the broadcast shortly. So definitely good that we have different ways of getting to you. But there's one way to get in the door, and that's that link. That's the link that was left over sent MMS. Maybe that'll help them. But
They're going in now, Charles.
come on in to the guest room, and I'll bring you guys on the show. Stay smiling through the live. There's always fun online. This is why television is normally recorded. That's it. This is why. And I guess I'll tell people in the comments, fast forward to about 26 minutes before it gets fun. Other than that, a lot of advertisement, but that did give me a chance to speak about a lot of people who've been networking with CD Broadcasting over the last few weeks. Everything from the Winter Browns Fest coming up in January to the Indie Film Workshop going to be at the end of June. And now, I want to say, bringing on to the show, the Space Kadetz finally joining the show. Change this layout for him. Let's get it next to next. I got a black screen on him.
They better?
Yeah.
All right.
No. There we go. I almost. I got the screen. I got their name. I got a blank screen.
There's gonna be a camera button on the bottom with the mic. Just hit your camera button, and it should let y'all be able to see him.
Might be because he's on the phone.
Okay.
Well, we know we have you connected. Getting your video going, your camera going there. Should be giving them a mic check and a camera before they got in. Got all that great automation set up. So like I say, technology is only good when it works and we know how to work it. But definitely the mic check and the camera check should have happened beforehand. If it's not, I would say step out and come back and make sure your mic and your camera check. But you should have a little line on your camera showing you're not on camera. And the same thing on your mic. If you don't see that and you don't hear me, it won't help you. But hopefully to figure it out, I'm gonna do this. Tell them to do it again. I'm gonna kick them out. All right, we want to get these guys getting on right because we want to be able to ask questions for the Space Kadetz and want them to get a chance to speak today on the broadcast. And at least we know we're getting them some progress, but we want to progress into actually having the interview completed here on the live stream. Woo! Should have recorded and re-edited. But that lets you guys know the fun we go through bringing you those things we need to know with people from all over the country. Even though they're in Memphis, Tennessee, we're doing them off-site. So tell them to get back in. Check their mic and camera first. And that way we can make sure we see it here. Hopefully you hear me out there, either watching or back room studio. Because I'm going to keep the show, as I've always been told, the show must go on. So no matter what platform I've come from, no matter where I'm at doing the show, I've continued to make it keep going. We had a pop-up shop where we had a problem with getting any type of stream on, which I'm actually seeing, looking at that, not being the best stream right now, but it's streaming. But we had a pop-up shop where we couldn't get the internet rolling, but we still got it out there. So we had to go get a Wi-Fi box and bring that in and get that Wi-Fi box to work, and it still was going in and out. But we continue with the broadcast because we had youth in that broadcast.
They can see you, but they can't hear you.
That's messing with the Wi-Fi. It does. You just turn it. But that was their mic and camera not showing because my picture showed, theirs didn't.
Right, but they can't hear you though. So I told them to come out, come back in, and try again.
Fabulous. Yeah. When you say, I should have cut this and recorded it, now watch, when we do the recording, we wish we had started recording earlier. And when we don't do recording, we go live, we wish we had recorded it and cut it. So you never know what's going to be the situation on the show. All I know is the show must go on. Good thing I stay ready for these type of things, meaning I stay full of stuff to talk about. And like I was saying, they did give us a chance to speak about some of the upcoming events that I've been connected with, from the Indie Film Workshop here in Memphis, June 29th through Delwan Coleman. And the Indie Film Workshop is being put on by a group of people, not only Delwan Coleman, but some of his affiliates. Deborah definitely doing a videography and working out there. We appreciate that. I'd love to see how we come together and we do what's called group economics, but working together one and one is where it starts with. Each one reach one. The more of us we can work together with, the better. That's the new public service announcement. Let's start working together. That's the only way we're going to get it done, because if we don't work with each other, what makes other people want to work with us in the first place? If they don't see us getting along well enough, why would they want to work with you? And that applies to every industry, whether you're in finance, you're in real estate, you're in construction, you're in the music world. If we can't get along with each other working together, what makes others want to work with you? If Memphis doesn't come together and work together, what makes other cities want to work with Memphis? The reason people have worked with CD broadcasting, one, because a lot of them are not so tech savvy to push it out themselves, but two, because they see I constantly stay working with other people. And I support so many other Black-owned businesses, restaurants especially, because I like to eat. So you know I'm going to get my grub on with as many Black-owned businesses as I can. Shout out to Shivers Restaurant out there in Clarksdale. Going to be doing their reopening this Tuesday with soul food right there in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Shivers Restaurant. If you're in the Clarksdale area, they'll be reopening on Tuesday. They've been waiting to reopen. The owner went through what they went through, and now they are ready to reopen the soul food restaurant Shivers in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Also looking to work with some of the other restaurants here in Memphis. Had fun with everything from Taste a Piece of Peace, that's in the Old Court Mall, all the way down to Big Dogs, which is in North Memphis, to Fabulous Flavors and Friends, which is in the Whitehaven area. So all over Memphis we've been. Definitely shout out to also Slim and Huskies, which is in Midtown, or you can call it downtown Memphis. Slim and Huskies, where you can have pizza any way you want it, any toppings you want. And one of my favorites was they were able to put salmon on my pizza. Just talk about that one. Recently also had the chance to be catered by The Ideal Place. To make The Ideal Place to be in the studio was a treat for us 2 weeks in a row. So definitely looking forward to having more treats from The Ideal Place Catering, to Fabulous Flavors and Friends, to Big Dogs, to Slim and Huskies, to Taste a Piece of Peace, to Shivers. Shout out to all of you guys. Those are just some that come off the top of my head that we've worked with in the past couple of months. Looking for our guests to get it together out there. It looks like they do. Ready to bring them in there. And welcome to the show, the Space Kadetz.
What's up? All right.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, recently I've had to say, delayed is not denied. I am so glad to finally have you guys on the show.
You had to be here, man.
You guys have been cutting up all over, but I know you've seen technical difficulties happen with the radio, the television. It definitely happens in social media, but I'm one that continues to push. They say persevere, keep pushing. I ain't gonna stop till we get it done. So we're getting it done. Got the Space Kadetz live. I see you got some photo bombing going on, but you guys have been performing all over the country. I see you're a KC fan.
Yes, sir. We did. Like that. Pops John right here. We ain't gonna even flood like that. That's Pops John. He rock. So. Yeah, he can't see the fan.
Now, all the basic questions people been getting on the radio about how long you been doing this and, you know, who's in the group. A lot of people are new to you guys, so we're going to definitely cover some of those fundamentals, like how long you been doing this. We'd like to know how long you guys been rapping together.
Maybe I'm with now. 3 years now. 3 years.
Three?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Now, I know my favorite songs that I've heard and the ones that have been on the radio, but when it comes to collaborations, what's been one of the collaborations you've enjoyed doing the most?
Yeah, that was fun. It was like a couple years ago. We did a feature with Fresco Trey called Funds. It's on YouTube now. People cool, no down to earth person. Yeah, they were probably like the most down to earth person, humble person we worked with probably. Period. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cool. Now just like we cool.
All right, so a couple quick notes. First, I should have started this off, I guess, because we've been feeling the air. But happy Father's Day to you guys.
Appreciate it.
This nation, really. Half a minute there, guys. Okay. All right, other part I wanted to make sure is we get your sound in clear. I know you guys are dealing with the children on Father's Day, so if you like them in there, that's cool, but make sure their background sound doesn't get louder than you, because it's going to pick them up and not you.
Okay, it's to my job.
What happened?
Yeah, he just said.
StreamYard does great on picking up sound. I'll give StreamYard that. So here we go. We got to talk about the kids on Father's Day. How many children do you guys have, each individual?
I have 2. I got 1. Yeah.
And you're the older brother, aren't you? Older, you got 1.
Yeah.
You got 2. Guess he said he's going to make up for it.
Right. I ain't say that.
Father's Day is not celebrated as big as Mother's Day, but in the case of where we are, I think it's a great time to bring the Space Kadetz because you guys are rap artists, but you're there for your children. And on today being Father's Day, it is a good time to recognize some fathers who are in the rap industry who definitely still believe in supporting their children, not just giving bad things out there, not just talking about smoking and drinking and money, but also about making sure that they're there for their children. And that's something I've seen you guys, and I think this is set up. Even though we've been thinking about when we want to do it, it's always done in the right time when it comes to our broadcast. So even I had feelers in the air. I don't care. I waited this long to get you guys on here. I'm just glad to have you. Now, we talked about one of your big collaborations. Let's talk about some of these hits you've been putting out. You guys have some big views out there on YouTube. Can you tell us which ones they can go visit to get the numbers up now?
Hey, man, just type in Space Kadetz. You can pull up all our music. One off the porch.
Space Kadetz. And it's spelled differently.
For those who don't know how to it's Z. Space Kadetz with a K and a Z at the end.
What made that difference in the spelling? I did that when I went to YouTube. I said, I got to ask them what made them, there's got to be some significance to the K and the Z. What is that about?
It's slang. I feel like basically most cooler instead of just spelling the regular way, you know. Little sauce to it. Little flavor. What he said.
That y'all have. I think one song I've heard that people didn't know the Space Kadetz had a little bit of twist to them, and that was the one you guys did, Mozart. I thought that was real deep to show another side of the Space Kadetz that are definitely with the rap. But y'all can get down at another level on the R&B music. I said, that's a man, they can do that. So I think that's one for people to see that you guys are versatile, that yes, you're definitely rap artists, but the song Mozart, that was a twist right there. I didn't see that coming. And man, it's hidden.
Yeah, I missed Mozart. Mozart like a
They talk about being number one fans. I don't know if I'm your number one fan, but I'm one of your fans for sure.
You did. What it is, right? What it is.
I've been following you for the years since you first were getting out there, and I gotta say, welcome back to the show because we did have Trey the Gas Man on back in the day. I think it's been 5 years though, and that was first started our broadcast, we had him get on and was like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this. I know he was like, man, all right, cuz show you is you got this little pole thing going on. All right, I'm gonna do it to help my cuz, but all right, bro, I don't know. And but that's what people need to see. Because when the Space Kadetz first came out, I know they were like, all right, so y'all gonna be rapping, all right. Same thing with CD broadcasting, but as they seen our dedication, our perseverance, they seen you show up for the shows, they seen you perform, they heard your music. They're like, no, the Space Kadetz the truth. Now I speak, bring up your name, and people hear you about Mississippi, people talk about it in Arkansas. I'll be like, yeah, them my fans. They said, for real? I'm like, yeah, but if you said Charles Davis was CD broadcasting 2 or 3 years ago, they'll be like, hold on about him. But the name comes out the more you put it out there. And you guys continue to put on great shows, continue to put out good music. You didn't stop. You're not stopping. So we got to know what's next.
Man, just keep on going, put our foot on the pedal, man. Get the pedal.
Now, I also know an insight that you have another brother. Say it.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
You have another brother that's part of the Space Kadetz?
Well, he a part of the Space. The label, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He his own artist, but we the Space Kadetz, but he a part of Space Gang for sure. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, Space Gang is the label. We are the Space Kadetz.
This Red Dot though, I'm telling you, look out for him. That boy hard.
You did.
He hard.
Now that's good to know. So the Space Gang is made up of different artists. The Space Kadetz are you two.
Yeah.
I love it. You just did what we like to do on our show. Talk about what we need to know. We need to know that these two are the Space Kadetz, but the Space Gang has several artists that are part of the group.
Yeah.
And is part of the Space Gang.
Yeah,
it's a whole movie.
Are there any other artists that you like to mention that are part of the Space Gang?
Rambo
Lee.
Shout out to Rambo Lee, another member of the Space Gang.
You did. But yeah, man.
So what keeps you guys going in the music? What keeps you guys going hard at the music?
Man, who wanna sound better than who on the next track? Who gonna have the best verse?
It's like a competition, but it's like trying to come together on it. That's what keep it going. Trying to see who's gonna be the hardest on this beat, who's gonna be the hardest on this beat. It don't even be about everybody else. It's trying to be what we trying to do.
So yeah.
Together though, brothers working together, having fun, putting out great music. That's just something that people need to know. Work together, and that's been what I've been speaking on since I first started my broadcast, working together. And I just wanted to show that these two brothers have been working together for 3 years, and they're still doing it. I looked at one of the original videos when his locks are a little bit shorter, and I said, man, that man that grew in the music, he has shown his growth with the locks. He's shown his growth. He got his brother with him. Then he got his other brother under Space Gang. Then we're connected with Rambo Lee and Space Gang. I'm like, look at him. And we got to give a shout out to Pops.
Pops in the bed. Pops in the bed. He working.
Pop out right now.
Dealing with the grandbabies on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Pops. They definitely love it. Pops being the manager, but also the father of the Space Kadetz. And that is why I said, man, I couldn't have did no any better than setting up the show on Father's Day where the Space Kadetz work with Pops. We got Red Dot in the house. All right. That's what's up. This is what I'm talking about. Come together. Now, this is what we would like to show. We got the Space Kadetz with Red Dot, all three brothers who are under working with Pops, their father, and we get this broadcast on Father's Day. I wish I could have edited everything else out, but that right there. That's the biggest thing we can show on Father's Day. A father who say, you know what? My boy's gonna do this. I'm gonna be right there and I'm gonna support them. That man be at every show. That man do the connections. When I don't get to speak with y'all, I'm speaking to him about what y'all gonna do. He be on top of it. The father of the Space Kadetz and Red Dot. right there backing them up on Father's Day. We couldn't have did any better. There's no other group who can do that. What we're gonna talk about, the Jackson 5?
Hey, coming to think of it, he told them when we were little, he was like, I'm gonna have y'all in a group when y'all older. Like one of y'all gonna play the guitar, one of y'all gonna. It ain't work out like that, but you know, something like that happened though. You know what I'm saying?
Look at there. Spoken over your lives, was a father to his children, showed fatherhood, and then shown support even as adults into what your dreams are to do. And he's there every show. He's there networking it. He's putting together shows. He's booking it. He's the one I talked to about the photo show. We ain't gonna hold that against him on getting on, but he was there. He like, look, I got it. What you say? This date, I got him. This date, yep, we're gonna do it. Same thing with the birthday awards dinner. That man been right there supporting his children as a father should, not only as you, but as they become adults in what you want to do. And with that, they say do that for your children, because one day your children gonna have to take care of you. So I'm sure he set up pretty good, and I knew what to get everybody. Get them on Father's Day, because on Father's Day, all them, and everyone's still messaging, on Father's Day, they definitely gonna be with their father, Pops, because he's been with them for every show. So I knew where to get the right show. Didn't even think about it when we were putting it together, and that's what I say about our shows. There's no rehearsal, it's live. The dates, we've been thinking about dates for a year. We couldn't have got better than this one. Red Dot, anything you want to say about the group that you're with, Space Gang?
Did it again.
It was something you like about being with the Space Gang.
Oh man, cause he was the coolest guys. He ain't got no choice, man. He ain't got no choice. They were the coolest.
Hey, Happy Father's Day, Pops. I know you're the proudest dad around right about now. Gotta be proud to have your boys coming up doing it big in the music, whether the Space Gang in the house, but Pops is always there backing them up. As a father should, you've been showing it. Man, what you say is strong all day long. We are streaming to several platforms right now. So we are going to LinkedIn. We're also going to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Not Instagram, Twitter. There we go. So we have 4 platforms we're streaming to. You guys are known on all of them. And that's why when I say, hey, can I get some of that juice? I want you guys to come on. I don't care if you don't claim it. I say, yeah, they're my cousins. They were like, for real? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, when you gonna have them on? One day. So this is the day to do it, though, Father's Day, to show that as a father, he supported his children, and now his children are able to follow in that lead and be fathers to their children while they're in the music industry. So a lot of these rappers that got bad light on them for what they're doing outside of rapping. You guys, what you're doing behind the scenes is not seen by everyone else unless they're personal friends or family. But not only are you rappers, but you also take care of your children. And that's a big thing to do. Red Dot, we didn't get to get a call out. You don't have any children yet, do you?
Nah. He heard that question. He heard that question. He ain't say none of that. Oh, God.
That's all right, but I know you're proud to be part of it with your brothers. And then to say, yeah, my father was there. He made sure to get on us and raise us right, teach us to be there for our children. And now he's shown it. You guys get to walk in those steps. I think it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if I could have did better than I've done, I would have. But I look at that, I'm like, man, that's my big cuz. And I think we only separated by a few months, but I still call him big cuz. I tell him I'm gonna be like him when I grow up. But now our children have grown up, and to see the fruits from what he's been through, to sit there and say, yes, they take care of their children. Yes, they grind and they getting their money. Man, it can't get much better than that. I wish you much success out here. We have another member.
Nah.
I thought we had another guest joining us there. I definitely want to invite you guys to come to the studio that we have. The studio is always welcoming. When we have guests in the studio, we definitely like to feed people, and we bring out other Black restaurants to feed you. So definitely want to get a chance to do that.
What did they check it?
We just got to throw it off for a little bit for a second.
I said we want to definitely invite you guys to come to the studio. When we have guests in the studio, we definitely have a Black restaurant bring food. So this is the time to speak about another thing that people might not know. And that's your lady is doing food.
Oh, yeah. My sauce.
Say it with your chest. The name of her food?
You said what?
The name of the food place? Saucy's. And you guys do this. I mean, I had a chance to eat it, and I loved it. The stuffed catfish, the stuffed salmon. I hadn't had stuffed catfish, but I wanted to have some more of it. I didn't share. And it keeps knocking out LinkedIn. Give it in there 1 second, guys. It went real quick last time, and we're right back in. Perfect. Wonder why. All right, let's do that again. It's called Saucy's.
Yeah, it's called the sauce. We had a sauce first.
And she's been doing that for how long?
Right now it's been going on for probably about 3 weeks, but man, it's taking off pretty good though.
Hey, entrepreneurship still happens. So, you know, that's what you want to do is uplift your queen, what she wants to do. You uplift your queen and say, hey, you know what that's what you're going to do? I'm going to push that for you. And you definitely did it the right way.
Might as well, there's a lot of money out here. We might as well put our night.
That's right. That's right. I'm looking forward to another chance to get some of the sauce too.
Come on, man.
I don't believe it.
Always welcome.
And in fact, why don't we do it that way? We're going to have the sauce going to have to cater the next time when you guys get in the studio. That's how we'll do it.
That'll work.
That's how we do it. You hear me? We support full circle around here, full circle support. So next time we get you guys in the studio, we're going to get catered by the sauce. So we can actually put her food on there and show the Space Kadetz eating it and showing that we love it. We haven't shared that with anybody. You guys have been sharing your music all over the country, and we're pushing it now. If you didn't know it, our broadcast actually is worldwide.
You did.
So now you're having a chance to be seen in the Philippines, seen in Africa, seen in the United Kingdom, seen in Canada, all through the platform. And you better believe I'm going to push it. So it's going to hit all of them before I'm done with it.
You hear me? What's real?
Say it again.
You talking about the whole world? You hear me? Our faces, we about to pop out here. Hey, you froze? He froze over there.
Back in there, back in there. LinkedIn keeps checking on us. I guess because we started off slow, but we do it like that old song. We start off slow and then we get real high. So we still in there. This is the opportunity I'd like to ask you. You guys have a chance to give a message to everybody out there worldwide. What would you guys like to give a message to the world?
Man, for one,
Man, say it again.
Huh?
Say it again.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I really didn't hear the question. I'm over here burning up. Look, I over got a popsicle over here on my neck. It's hot out here, man. It's summertime. Memphis. I'm burning up. I ain't even hear the question. Y'all run that jump back. If you
He said it, man. People
You guys have a chance. You guys now have a chance to speak to the world and give them a message from the Space Gang, the Space Kadetz, and Red Dot. What message would you like to give to the world?
And no matter what, don't let nobody box one circle. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't take off on a dream that you want because they don't see themselves doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you want to do. Be who you want to be, bro. And don't be scared to be yourself.
You did.
Yes, God.
Do it. Do
YOLO. You heard me? You got one life. YOLO. You heard me?
Because you won't know unless you do it, man.
You heard me? Oh, mama.
It look like it. Yeah, what?
You said what?
What's that?
Where you get some money?
I can't hear you.
Coming to the world from Red Dot. Message to the world from Red Dot.
Come on, Rick. I said YOLO. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, he a man of few words. He don't say a lot.
Bro, hey,
We gotta make him talk.
Hey, what's so crazy is the nigga for real.
Like dead serious. What he just said, that's all he meant. That's it.
But he be dropping the scripts, man. That man get on that mic, it's a whole nother red dot. I heard him. He ain't got no problem dropping them flows.
Okay.
He get that mic in his hand, he dropping it.
Oh God.
That's it. That's the only time he talk.
Man, what? But y'all been hot. Like I put out there, one of the hottest rap groups in Memphis. I'm so glad to have you guys join us for the show. I do not want to take up any more of your Father's Day. I want you guys to sit back, relax, enjoy it. But you've been a role model now for people all over the world to see if a father is a father to his children, the dreams that they have are able to come true. And then you're able to support them. But as it goes on, those children will be able to support you. So you guys are an example on Father's Day from CD Broadcasting, where we play all day, but we talk about those things we need to know. We need to know that there's some fathers out here that had fathers that are being fathers to their children. They talk about our Black community, it doesn't have that. I'm looking at a third generation of it, because I know Pop's dad was a father to him. Pops has been a father to you guys, and now you guys are a father to your children. Keep up the great work.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys for coming on the show. I hope you guys have a great night, a great day, a great night, and a great life.
You did.
Space Kadetz going up.